It's midsummer in England. Finding pasture fields to detect on becomes tricky. I spoke to a landowner. He said he had just cut 2 fields, so off I went. It's dry, it's warm, it's humid, but we have to take what we can get during these precious moments when we get to go metal detecting. I only have 3 hours today as I'm meeting my family for lunch at a local pub for fish and chips. As always, I arrive at the fields feeling positive and confident. Let's see what we can find today.
Hello, greetings, welcome to another metal detecting expedition. I'm back out with the XP Deus 2. I'm on version 1.1 now, the second update in recent times. I'm going to be using the metal detector in a field with some real signals and real targets. Thank you for joining me today, I really appreciate it. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy what you see, really appreciate it if you'd hit the subscribe button, maybe check out some of the videos. Had some amazing finds recently. If you like treasure hunting and you like the great outdoors, then you've come to the right place. So this is my first ever signal with sensitive FT on version 1.1, and it's not a bad one either, is it? Look, a faint 90, 91. It could be a modern 1p, but it also could be something old or silver. I've got a bit of an audience behind me, some cows tuning in. Ooh, as you can see, we've got a bit of imprint there. Don't come any better than that, does it? Look. So obviously a coin down there in the hole somewhere. There we go. Straight onto the Georgian, aren't we? That'll be an 1806 George III halfpenny. But it's looking pretty toasted, isn't it? Not a lot on it. But I don't mind, I'm happy. That's what I'm looking for, Georgian history. As we are in summertime conditions, the ground is dry. I will try and preserve the ground. So I've done a 3-sided trapdoor. That will give the grass as better chance as possible. But you know, we are in the UK and it'll probably rain next week. This one's interesting me. Barely picking it up. Just make a little squeak now and then. I can see a 90. Even deep HC struggles, but there's still high numbers in there. Relic mode is giving me a signal, but it's coming up with potentially iron. But let's have a look. Well, it's sounding like a tiny piece of iron now. So I probably shouldn't have dug that one, but I was very interested. Have a look at this. This is a big topic of discussion at the minute on all the forums. Everyone complaining about iron nails, and look at that, it's a big iron nail. But I wasn't convinced by the signal. I only dug this out of interest. And there we go, iron nail. This is the next one we're going to look at with the sensitive FT V1.1. My first mid-tone. It's small. 70, 69, 70. Well, it was a piece of copper wire, nothing exciting. A piece of scrap for my copper pile at home. Next target, 75. Bit too good. But we're going to have a look. Whatever it is, right there. We've even got the dark soil, look. Oh. Oh. It's just looking like a piece of scrap metal, unfortunately. Although it does actually say something on it, look. Does that say BAK? I'm not sure about this. Some sort of nameplate. Well, something well. I wonder if that's a town name or village name. Here we go, fish on. I'm fond of this one. 89. Super clear. Repeatable. All the things that I love, all the things I look for. Let's go. I'm thinking it's going to be a crusty Georgian. Halfpenny. It's in the clod. Oh, see something? Oh, it's aluminium. That's a stinker, isn't it? Aluminium gives really good signals. Always has, always will on any metal detector. On another day, could have been a silver coin or a copper coin. Let's take a look at this one. 72. It's pretty clear, it's pretty sharp. It's definitely something. Well, it was this piece of scrap lead. It was inevitable that I would find lead sooner or later on here, but I don't mind. Well, this is my next one that I'm going to be looking at. It's typical. It's right in a cow pat, but it sounds too good to not look at. It was this big chunk of iron, maybe. It's probably got a bit of brass on it as well, but
As I look around, I can feel the history around me. I know there are spectacular finds waiting to be made here. But these fields are quiet, void of signals. You have to work hard to hit a target. This hobby demands hard work and patience, attributes that have developed for me through metal detecting.
well, the landowner gave me 2 brand new, freshly cut fields, which I've never been in before. I didn't even know he owned these fields. Been in here for about an hour and they are very, 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 very quiet. But I've just had another signal. It was in the 60s, and I've dug it out, and it's a button, complete with imprint and shank. But it's not really what we're looking for. Let's carry on. There's got to be some stuff in these fields somewhere. I'm a big fan of this one. It's nice and faint, 86 look. Screams copper coin or button or something like that. I've got it out and it's round and it's thick. I'm wondering if this is some sort of coin weight. Can't think what else it could be. Let's have a closer look. If you look closely, there's definitely numbers on there. It looks like it says 21 and then there's a small 8 above it. Unless it's a 13 and an 8. I'm going to go with 21. It literally says the exact same thing on the other side. That is 100% a coin weight, and that is a cool little find. I imagine it's 8 shillings and 21 pence maybe. This is a really nice sounding one, but it's too good, it's too shallow. If it sounded like that, I'd be extremely excited. But because it's so loud and too good, it's on the surface pretty much. So if it's a coin, it's modern. But you never know. Well, I was right. It was too good to be true. Because it's a cow ear tag, look. 882. 8 is my lucky number, but not today. This one's slightly better. But again, it's still too good, in my opinion. But it's better than the last one. It could be a coin, that. Yeah, it's a buckle, look. It was just a little bit too good for my liking. And a buckle like that is always going to give a very, very, very good signal. Well, I'm not too sure what I've discovered here. It's giving me an 84, which is pretty high numbers. It's either silver or pewter. I'm not really sure. Is this silver? Or is it pewter? Answers on a postcard. Well, that's the inside. In my opinion, I think that's silver. But I'm not 100%. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. High numbers, silver, pewter, or other. Now this is the best signal I've had today by an absolute country mile. Super high pitched. Faint enough to be very deep. Quite deep. High numbers. If anything, it's a little bit spread out, but I'm still excited. Let's have a look. I'm slightly excited, but something tells me it just might not be what I'm hoping it's going to be. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? Nice big plug. Ugh. Still in the hole, which is always a good thing. It's just there, but it needs disturbing. Oh, look at that. It's a buckle. Bloody hell. It's a D buckle. That is literally about my 5th buckle of the day. What a nightmare. Well, these fields are renowned for giving up Georgian tokens, and as I'm heading back to the car, I had a really huge signal. I honestly thought it was going to be junk, but it's actually a really big token, and it looks to be in really like semi-nice condition with a date on it and everything. So I'm really happy with this. It looks to say 1812, 1 penny token. But yeah, it's beautiful. Bit of wax on that and it'll look really good. Can you see it? And yet another buckle, but this one is by far the nicest one. The ones that I found today. It's beautiful. It's a little bit crusty and a bit green, but there's a nice bit of old history there. I'm sure of it. Yeah, I love that. It's beautiful. I wasn't going to show you this one because I really am in a rush, but listen to that for a squeaker. 96 as well. That's either going to be another big fat token, a cartwheel penny, or a big silver if I'm lucky, but I can't see it being a silver. I've only ever had 2 silver coins off this permission in 20 visits. Let's get in there. It is down there somewhere. Oh, it's big and green, look, I can see it. It is a cartwheel penny though. But look at the colour of it. It's bright green. I mean, these things come up in all sorts of conditions and colours, but yeah, it's a bit toasted, I'm afraid. But nevertheless, it's a big old copper coin. It's what I'm looking for today. History. A cartwheel penny. That has to be about my 100th career cartwheel penny. Well, that's it. My time on this landscape is done. I've actually been here for 2.5 hours. I've got to go home. I've got to get back because I've got stuff to do. But I found a few bits and pieces, you know, and I've had a good time, but I really don't like being rushed. Metal detecting for me is supposed to be relaxing, and yeah, I've just felt a little bit rushed today and I've not quite enjoyed it properly. I need at least 5 or 6 hours to have a really good time out. But thank you for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel, and I really hope to see you again on my next episode, whenever and wherever that may be.
As you can see, it turned into a decent little pre-lunch session. I haven't been able to identify the token. Maybe one of you more knowledgeable folk could help with an ID. The coin weight is super interesting. I believe 21 shillings is equal to 1 gold guinea. This could mean there are more gold coins close by. I'll be back on these fields again soon. There are people out there who've been sending me money via PayPal, and I'm so grateful. It's been so useful to me. So if anyone else wants to support the channel, you can go to my homepage and click here, buy me a coffee. Any money that comes in this way will go straight back into the channel, whether it's for recording equipment, t-shirts, other stuff like that. I'm so grateful for everybody's support. So thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.